Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Unqualified Gurus podcast. I am Oscar, and this is
Danny. Were you interrupting me, dude?
Dude, it's been so long. We haven't been here in this room.
I don't remember
in a
the
really
room
long
looking
time.
this amazing, bro.
Yeah, it's all that great art we have around us.
See, it's just insane.
Yeah, and welcome back. It's been like almost a month since we've recorded.
It's been a long time.
Yeah.
Because we had... did we pod after the hurricane? We did, right? Like, we did one episode.
One episode, yeah.
I think so. But then that one got
Pushed back
pushed back because...
the hurricane power outage.
The power... Oh, because we recorded prior to the hurricane, and then the hurricane hit, power outage. Then I was busy that week, and I was still am, but... Yeah, it's crazy. Wow.
Yeah, it's been a really, really long time. Dude, we stopped podcasting and the world went to it's still the first minute, right? We can't cuss.
Not yet.
Yeah.
Wait. All right, now you can.
Dude, the world went to freaking shit, dude. Like, so much has happened. It is insane. Like, I have been like you know, like a pot like boiling. Like, I have been like ready to pop for a really long time.
You're like a pimple right now.
Dude, I've been I don't want to be known as a pimple. I just feel like a ticking time bomb, like something better.
Okay.
Jeez.
Yeah, okay.
Dude, I've been so angry at the world. There's like so much bullshit that happened in these past few weeks. And the good thing is, you know, what's that?
What's even best is I brought a fake stout to celebrate.
What makes something a fake stout?
Because I think this is a beer that has a stout flavor. So
What?
it's not like a... I don't know. I think it's a fake stout.
You think, this is...
I'm calling it a...
Thank you for the beer, because it's very much needed here.
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt your eruption.
Yeah, hold on, it's because I don't have a bottle opener, so I gotta figure this out. You know, that Mexican ingenuity to open a beer no matter what.
No, hold on.
You got it?
I saw that. That was impressive. I don't want to try it.
Yeah.
Oh, I did it. First try. Let's
Good
go.
job. Good job.
Let's go.
Yeah. So there's been so much going on in this world. Like, there's been a lot of misinformation shared everywhere. There's been dude, if you've been online like these past few weeks, you've noticed the chaos going. I actually made a whole PowerPoint to catch us up on everything we missed. Yeah, so
A whole power.
here we go. Like, so
You could have used Google Slides. It's free.
no,
He said no. Is Canva free?
yes, Canva is free. Yeah, and I actually got this idea because on TikTok I saw like this whole like date idea.
Okay.
That was all like, hey, if you want to get to know your partner a little better, like create like little PowerPoints of each other and like present them to each other. So I showed up with my Google Slides thinking that I did something cool. And she showed up with a freaking Canva one that has like templates, like automated on animation.
Wait, with Laura?
Yeah, with Laura.
So she came up with the Canva and you came with the Google Slides.
Yeah. And I thought I fucking killed it. I put so much effort into it, but so many like a good 2-3 hours. And she shows up with that, and like hers looks better because Canva has like high def like stuff.
Right.
And mine like it just Canva's go there.
You were in the budget.
Yeah.
Canva. Well, but Canva is free, so
Canva's free. Yeah. So here, yeah, exactly. So I was thinking that like Slides is free. I'm just gonna use Slides.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So use Canva. You won't regret it. Yeah. So here we go.
So we're presenting ourselves to the public?
No.
They should know who we are.
I know who we are. Yeah. So the PowerPoint or whatever is what did the gurus miss? Okay. Yeah. It says, welcome back, gurus. And it says, Danny's last episode being a free man.
You have a typo. It says podcast king, Oscar. It's podcast peasant, Oscar. Goes with pimple podcast peasant, Oscar.
No. I hate that pimple one. Just go. Just click it.
All right, let's go.
So
What is this?
here I had a I had a table of contents ready for us, but this is my just breeze through it.
Okay, so
don't
we're
have to-
not going to...
they can read it and they can see. Here we go. So
Where you get that photo from?
I took it. Yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen,
That's after the push-up contest that we had.
Danny, did you part? Oh yeah,
I
you
did.
and Abel, right?
Me, Abel, and Esteban, I
Yeah.
think. Rick didn't want to do it.
Yeah, but it's just because why are you all? It's a bachelor party. You're
Yeah.
out getting drunk. Yeah. So Ricardo's not here to claim his victory. but I'm here on his behalf.
We actually evaluated his homework assignment.
Yeah.
He got a B.
You gotta be,
It was a
yeah.
B, not an A, but
Danny
it was
wasn't to the point where like he couldn't move or anything, but he was clearly like drunk.
Yeah, man.
You know, so I think it was a success, and me as a neutral party to this, I think it's a
You
success.
really consider yourself neutral on this?
Yeah. Fuck
Yeah.
Rick.
Okay.
Yeah. So just look at the picture. Look. Yeah.
I think it's just from the push-ups, from all that exercise and the kayaking and everything. No, I was pretty up there. I was gonna say the best part of the night, I think, because I think Saturday everybody was pretty much like too tired to do anything.
We're really old. It's like back in the day we used to go out and get drunk, get home at like 4 a.m. and like be ready to go the next day.
Yeah,
now,
Saturday everybody was like Gatorade after Gatorade after Gatorade.
Dude, honestly, those Gatorades were lifesavers.
Right.
Yeah.
So on Friday night, my friend V, he came over, but he had to work the next day.
That's right.
So he said he had to go to sleep early, right? So I came in the room and, you know, I see a crowd of us just kind of chilling there. And I knew that V had to go to sleep, right? But I didn't see when he went to sleep. Mm-hmm. So I just yelled out, where is V? And then all of you are like, he's asleep. And then I was like, fuck that, let's go wake him up. And I started walking toward his room. And I wasn't really intending to do it.
Yeah.
But I was expecting everybody behind me like, yeah, fuck me, wake him up.
We were all like,
no, he has to work tomorrow. Let him sleep.
Okay, so since it is a bachelor party, you know, we have to let people know, okay? V showed up with a whole setup. He had his computer.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it was a desktop.
You have to wake up at 6 in the morning to work.
It wasn't a laptop. It was a desktop. So I was like, the effort was put there. He was clearly here because he wanted to be there.
Right.
But even like work through it. So I remember it was like it was, I think it was like 6:30. Like I woke up. I had to go to the restroom.
Yeah.
I walked from the room I was staying at across the hall, and I look over and I just see he on the computer already, dude. Pitch black, and it just lit up by the light.
Yeah.
So I'm
but I was just like I said, I wasn't intending to do it. I was expecting just to be like, like just a crowd. But then everybody said, no, I was like, wow, everybody seems responsible. What the hell? Anyway, so I turned around and I don't see Adrian, and I was like, where the fuck is Adrian? And then all of y'all, he went to sleep, and I said, fuck that, let's wake him up. and then I, you know, same thing. I'm like, I'm not actually gonna do it. So I start walking toward his door, and I just hear everybody, yeah. And I'm like, they're trolling. We're not actually gonna wake him up. I'm in front of the door, and I don't know who was it. Could have been you, Abel, someone.
Anybody
reached out, pulled on the doorknob, and opened the door. And the door opens, and I just see Adrian like turn around, like all kind of like, what the fuck? And we like cross eyes, and I go, Estas son las mañanitas. And then we start walking around the bed, and all of a sudden, I don't know, I think it was either Abel or Esteban, one of the two, picked me up and just tossed me on Adrian. And I tried to break the fall, but I was kind of, so I just kind of like rolled out and onto him. And then I turn around, and then I see Rick yelling, Bolita, and everybody jumped on Adrian. The funny part, it was awesome. And then the last funny part was Adrian gets up, like we all like immediately just like everybody stopped at the same time, gets up and starts walking outside in a very like, you know, in a very
I guess I'm up now.
Like in a very orderly way. Everybody walks up, including Adrian, and then Adrian just walks towards the TV, turns on his Xbox, grabs the guitar, and starts playing Guitar Hero. Yeah, nonstop.
Yeah, so that's a really cool thing, like of the group though. Like we still play Rock Band. We still get together and have like fun nights like that.
And we stayed up. I think.
So almost like 3 something, like trying to get an achievement.
We wanted to help Adrian get the achievement of playing every song on the hardest difficulty on expert with the drums. And the coordination of hitting the drums with the pedal is hard. So me and Esteban were taking turns of being the pedal, while Adrian was playing the actual tapping drums. And we managed to do it. So
yeah, dude, I was like dozing off because at that point I was like, man, fuck you guys, I'm gonna sleep. Yeah, and it was late, like rightfully so, man. Like 3 a.m. I can call it. All right.
Oh, actually, no, that's not true. The night that we got the achievement was Saturday, because we were way too messed up to do it on Friday. We could not have done it on Friday.
You're right.
Right.
Yeah, and I woke up because y'all were all like, "Yeah, we did it."
Yeah.
But it was a great weekend, Danny, and it was really
I
fun.
enjoy it.
I have a bunch of pictures I have to send you guys.
Okay, yeah, you do. Please do that.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's Danny's bachelor party. I get married in
Like 2 weeks.
2 weeks. 2 weeks, which would be 1 week from this video's posting in a day. So wish me luck.
Well, congratulations, Danny.
Thank you, sir.
So let's see what's next.
Oh my goodness! Look at this presentation, dude. Oh no, this guy.
Read it, Danny.
Trump almost went to the Gulag.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
You can't explain that to the people.
So the Gulag is a place where people go in war zone once they get killed, and they have a chance to defeat someone and go back into the field.
Yep.
Did I do great? I think
you
I
did
did
good.
great.
You did
Maybe I
good.
should run for president.
Maybe you should.
Maybe I should.
Hopefully they won't try to come after you.
Yeah, nah. I'm short. They wouldn't be able to see me. I'll be hiding behind the podium.
So this actually happened like right before we left to the bachelor party.
Yeah.
This happened, I think, on the 15th. It said. Or
No, I think it happened.
I have the dates on the.
Oh no, yeah, because I think when we got to the bachelor party, wasn't that day when I told you, "Hey, Biden dropped out." That same day, like we arrived.
I think that was. That's on there. Just wait.
That hasn't happened yet.
Yeah. So, if you want to read this for us.
So Trump was shot and wounded in his upper right ear by Thomas Matthew Crooks, a 20-year-old man from Bethel Park, Pennsylvania, who fired 8 rounds from an AR-15 style rifle from the roof of a nearby building. Crooks also killed 1 audience member and critically injured 2 others.
Yep. So,
I didn't know there was someone who died.
Oh, you really, dude?
I've been a little off.
Oh, if you would have been online, you would have seen like. Look, the internet will meme anything. Okay, remember when they were like that the world's gonna end and somebody put the planet and they put the Michael Jordan eyes crying on it. Yeah. So look, it was really funny. Okay, so people are like obviously like the Trump supporters are like, yo, like God saved them, God protected them, and I'm like, someone right behind them died. Like, how dare you say that he was more worthy of living than the person standing right behind him? You know? So there was a lot that came out of this because half of the planet said the exact same joke, right? Everybody was like, damn, in America, you know, we're known for shootings, and he missed. You're not allowed to laugh. Jack Black is going to get angry at you.
Why Jack Black?
Okay, so this will probably be a topic of debate for later on.
Okay.
But Jack Black has a band called Tenacious D.
Tenacious D.
And one half of his duo, like Kyle Gass, in the middle of so they do like comedy music. Like it's they're comedians, and they're edgy as hell.
Right.
So Kyle, it was his birthday. He was in Australia, and they bring him a cake, and this is like after the shooting, and Jack Black is like, make a wish, and he's all like, I hope they don't miss Trump next time.
Okay.
And then after that, oh my God, you should have seen like literally like everybody on the right lost their mind. And I'm all like, you're going to get angry. You got to get angry at half of the country because the half that hates him is making the exact same joke. Okay? So
I guess because he's famous, so it's easy to target him.
Yeah, but the thing that I was thinking was that, like, he said the joke out loud, like it's not gonna come true. I mean, he said the wish out loud. It's not gonna come true. So I'm all like, dude, like he could have spun it into a joke and been all like, I said it out loud. Everybody knows that wishes don't come true if you say them out loud. You know, he could have literally spun it, but no. What happened immediately after was Jack Black just threw him under the bus. Was like, I was blindsided and didn't expect him to say anything like that. When Jack Black has like literally shitted on Trump, like he's vocal about his political views. He hates Donald Trump. All right. So all of a sudden you have to like, you know, be pearl clutching because like he is as famous as he's ever been. He's Bowser.
Yeah, Bowser.
He's in the Jumanji movies. Yeah. He's like literally right now he's on top of the world. So I get it. Look, Kung Fu Panda just came out, you know, so he has to protect his image. But just don't be like, yo, I didn't expect them to say something like that. Just be like, look, like we said some horrible shit in the midst of everything. Like we're sorry. That's it. You could have just done it like that. But it really pissed me off that it's just like they canceled the tour for Tenacious D. and they are like that. The future of the band is in indefinite hiatus right now.
Oh, it went that bad.
Yeah, so it's just like, look, they're probably getting death threats. Like being
So the like I guess how did this recording happen? Like how did people find out? Like
because people in Australia posted the video.
Okay, so but they were like where were they? Like
They were in, like they do stadiums. Like they open up for Metallica. It was a giant concert.
So they were in the stadiums and then the stage, and then they bring him the cake to the stage.
I think one of the Fallout characters, like one of the big robots, brought out the cake. So it was like a cool little thing that he did for Kyle.
Right.
Yeah, and then Kyle made his joke, and Jack Black threw him under the fucking bus. Like, look, I get it. He has to protect his image, whatever. I just it pisses me off because he for like the longest time is represented like it's like counterculture stuff, all right?
Counterculture stuff.
Yeah, like it's basically like being edgy, like in that realm. Like, you know, like a lot of counterculture stuff comes in like metal and punk music and stuff. Like being like, we're always the outcasts. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and right now, because he's so famous, he has to conform to, like... And I'm pretty sure they were getting death threats, so it's probably best that he apologized. But I think there's a way he could have done it so that they didn't have to throw Kyle under the bus. That's the part that bugs me. Because me and Adrian, since, like, middle school, we've loved Tenacious D. I've always said, like, the only musical I'll ever watch is Tenacious D. Because, like, it's just, like, it's two best friends...
Right.
...who want to make rock music.
Okay.
Like they have a movie called The Pick of Destiny. The whole purpose of the movie is getting enough money to pay the rent.
Okay.
That's it. That's all they care about. You know, and like they've always been edgy as hell. So they have a song about they're battling the devil. Like if they win, the devil has to pay their rent, and if they lose, the devil gets to take Kyle to be like his sex slave.
Oh, okay.
You know, and like the lyrics are vile as hell. So I'm like, so they've never been like walking that fine line, right. You know. But yeah, but I feel bad for Kyle. It's just like half of the country make the exact same joke. Like,
had he ever been in trouble for political stuff before?
No, because he's always been like he was a big Bernie bro.
Okay.
Like he would campaign with them. Like people know his political views.
So I was gonna ask, did he say anything?
Who?
Kyle? Did he say anything after that?
Just did like a little apology. That was it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but dude, literally just spun it as a joke.
He didn't take it back like J. Cole. No, just I just like.
I have a J. Cole joke later on, but that's for the next
trippy?
one. Huh?
The trippy.
No, it's stopping. It's grippy.
Oh shit! God dang it.
Yeah. So the best part about this is nobody cares about this anymore. He doesn't have a wound. Didn't
they have a little thing?
Like they did that just at the RNC, but now whenever you look at him, like he has no scar, he doesn't have anything because it barely grazed him. It was something that healed super quick, so now he can't even point to it and be like, "They tried to kill me," and then you'll be like, "Where?" Yeah. So I immediately after that happened, because y'all know where I stand. Y'all know I fucking hate Trump too. But the thing is, like immediately after that happened, I'm like, this motherfucker's gonna get so much sympathy. Like, and Biden fucking sucks dick. I'll be like, dude, it's over. We're fucked. Yeah. And because how awful he is, like right now, you're trying to get people who are undecided. Okay, your base has already been established. Okay, yeah. So he's so awful that he didn't gain any sympathy from anybody. Yeah, like the numbers did not move, which is amazing because, like, yo, if somebody just tried to kill you, you'd expect to win in a landslide.
I mean, to be honest, that's kind of how I felt about it whenever he ran again, because to me, I'm like, okay, he's gonna run against Biden again.
Yeah,
who he lost to. Yeah, what has he done to gain more than his already base?
It's not about what did
this was before this. All of this happened.
No.
Like whenever he decided to run again.
Yeah. You're just hoping that Biden was terrible enough that people might change their mind and come back to me.
But that was the thing is like, even though there was nothing to praise Biden for, there was nothing to like. There was really like nothing other than at the end when he was getting old.
Biden his message is good. He's just the worst messenger. Because he's done a lot. Like people, like he does. They're not good about bragging their freaking victories. Like they've done so much for labor, Like honestly, he's the first president to pick it with like the people protesting, and not only that, out of the G6, we have lowered the inflation more than all the other big six.
Right, but
I mean five.
What I was no, but what I was just saying, like you said, like nobody knows.
Yeah.
Right. So optically, but even then, like optically, you're like you had 4 years under Trump, which was almost every freaking day was a news that involved Trump in one shape or form. He said this, he did that, he typed covfefe, like a bunch of nonsense, a bunch of anything, COVID and everything. Then you have 4 years where it's like you make fun of him just because he kind of looks old on videos, and that's it. Yeah. So when I look at like the situation, I'm like, you're right. Like Trump is at this point, if he wants to get more followers or more votes, he's expecting. He has to wait for Biden to make such a huge mistake that people would just not want to vote for him. Kind of like what happened with Trump and Hillary. There was a lot of people that were liberals that didn't want to vote for Hillary. I knew people that they're like, I hate Trump, but I feel bad voting for Hillary. Yeah. For some reason, she was very unlikable.
She was very unlikable, and she had like 30 years of track record of actually being in the spotlight like being in charge of stuff that people hated her about.
Right. And so my thing was like, I don't like, and I think this. You said it, so it reminded me of that the fact that he doesn't get any more followers is because I'm like, well, because people really just want to live just normally, just do your shit and let me do my shit. Yeah. And that's it.
Yeah, but look, okay, let me just say one more good thing that he did recently that people have to like, we got to give our flowers when our flowers are due, because first of all, I hate Biden more than like the average person, right? Like I pay attention, I know what's going on, and I'm like, thank God he fucking dropped that. We're gonna talk about that later. He's on the line, okay? But what I want to say, some stuff that he did was actually really good. Like what is it? Whenever you leave a job and you can't work in the same field for a while, there's a word for it. We're gonna have to Google this because yeah, so
I don't know
for the longest time, there's been this law that, like, let's say like you work in tech, okay, you have to sign like a contract stating that after you leave the company, you can't work in the same kind of field for like 6 months or up to like a year. Okay.
Yeah, there's I can give you an example. I think with Siemens, and they do a lot of the medical equipment, and the other one is Philips. So I think if you work for Siemens in anything related to their MRI stuff, you cannot work with anything related to any of the other companies that involve that technology for like a couple years, maybe like 2 years or something like that. Don't quote me on the numbers, but I'm aware of that one.
Non-compete agreement. Okay. Yeah, so it was the non-compete stuff.
Wait, so if I leave, I cannot be on another podcast?
Well, now you can. Before you couldn't. You couldn't. Yeah. Yeah. So he had implemented that. It got stopped in the courts, and the courts finally decided that you can, like, because it's unfair. Like, what, am I not gonna make money for half a year just because of you? It doesn't make any sense. Like, look, I get it. Like,
does that apply in all situations, or just when you're fired or laid off?
In any situation,
you can leave and
leave. Yeah, whatever. Look. There's trade secrets, of course. Right. Which is the reason that they claim that you're not allowed to go anywhere else. But in reality, it's like you cannot be locked into something like this, because it stops you from going to a better job. It stops you from literally, like, if you do get fired, like, from making a living. It makes no sense why it should be legal. The only reason it's legal is because giant corporations are like, we need to stop them from leaking our information. All right? If you don't like it, copyright all your bullshit. That's it. Like, make it harder on the business, not on the person. It doesn't make any fucking sense. Okay. With that being said, one thing that you can point to, Danny, is like, all right, Trump, like, even though he mishandled COVID really, really bad, he had 2 years of people not going outside. So because of supply and demand, gas prices went down. Mm-hmm. So he always likes to go back and be like, I have the lowest prices of gas. And I'll be like, why? Right? He's all like, crime has gone back. Like, crime is normal rates right now. People like to always bring that up like it actually is. Like, FBI numbers and everything, whenever they do their reports, crime is genuinely down. Mm-hmm. Okay? But it's a nice thing to talk about, because whenever people see homelessness, they associate it with crime. Right? In reality, like, there was less crime because nobody was out. Everybody was locked inside.
Lock
Like-
him up.
Lock everybody up. Lock everybody up. Yeah, that way we'll get cheaper gas and no crime.
And no crime.
So those are like a few things that they can point to. But look,
It's just crazy because like even when you mentioned COVID, like whenever COVID was happening, every time something was not right, it was the previous administration.
yeah,
Right, like not enough PPA. Obama left he left the things empty, and then whenever something went right or there isn't enough something in the states, that's the governor's job.
yeah.
Then suddenly there is equipment. See what we did that, and it's just like it's like the old tactic, always just pointing the finger, and then
away
like
from
all the
yourself.
good, I did it,
Yeah.
and it's just
Yeah, for sure.
kind of
Yeah,
boring.
so let's see what happened next, Danny.
Vamos a ver, dude. ¿Qué pasó?
CrowdStrike.
Oh, the crowd
Yeah.
strike.
So this actually happened while we were on the Bachelor party.
Right.
Yeah. But apparently it says like 4,800 flights had to be stopped because the company CrowdStrike put out an update for like the computers or like the micro.
Right.
And I actually was affected when I went back to work.
Okay.
Yeah, when I went in, like, luckily I had checked my emails on my phone, and I saw that they're all like, "Yo, you're gonna have to open the control panel and like delete the CrowdStrike update in order to get back in." And like, I had to do that, and I thought it was pretty crazy. That I was like, I didn't think it was gonna affect me. Yeah,
You're like,
yeah. I'll be like, dude, I'm gonna fuck up, and I did fuck up.
Okay.
On the print, like the font that they used, the C / ... looked like an E. So I was like, why is the command failing?
you were on the wrong drive.
Yeah. So luckily nothing happened because there was no
That's what
CrowdStrike
caused
file.
the strike. You put the wrong letter.
Yeah.
It's-
Yeah, but it was insane because like everything that ran on Windows got like that blue screen of death, like billboards all over New York and all that crazy shit.
It's insane
Yeah.
because like my first thought was, oh, they got hacked.
Yeah, that's what I thought
And it's
too.
like,
It was-
no, it's just the
an
people
update.
protecting you from the hacks
Yeah.
messed up. And it's like, ooh.
Yeah, so just imagine how much money they cost everybody because Pete Buttigieg, the transportation secretary, like he deemed that like airplanes, they no longer can be like, oh, we'll give you credit. Like if something happens, they have to give you refunds.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
should.
It should always
Yeah.
have been that way, but now they actually made it like a rule.
All right.
You know, and imagine with stuff like that, how much money the airlines companies lost because of something that actually wasn't their fault.
It's funny because
Yeah.
the Southwest Airlines,
Oh,
they
yes.
were operating.
They were the only ones operating because
then
they
they're
don't update shit.
They had like systems written in 1992 or something like that.
I saw that they were all like,
It's like-
finally, because they're fucking cheap asses that don't want to update their systems, they got a dub.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so let's go to the next one. This one wasn't really that important. Here we go. So now, Danny, read this.
In black and white,
Yeah.
Biden, after a 5-decade career, faced a reckoning over his age and his ability to defeat Trump. He endorsed Vice President Kamala Harris as his party faces a historic effort to replace him.
This is the greatest gift this old motherfucker could have given us. God damn, dude. I was so
Grandpa.
I was so black pilled.
Grandpa Sam.
Like
Grandpa Sam.
no, Danny. Like you do not understand like how much faith I had lost. Right? I was like, it's over. It's over. Trump's running around being like, if you vote for me one more time, you'll never have to vote for me ever again. Like,
Well, yeah, I mean, the last debate was pretty bad.
oh, it was horrendous.
And-
Like we actually got to talk about
we
it,
did.
right?
So the last debate it unfortunately did pretty bad. So
Yeah. So imagine coming off of that and then like weeks in between where everybody's like, please, for the God's sake, just drop out.
yeah.
Drop out. It's still early enough.
Yeah,
The
there was a
company-
lot. Yeah, there were people like just do it, just do
Yeah,
it. Just.
and-
So he said he was gonna do a test. Did he? Do you know if he ever did a test?
No, what actually happened was he got COVID.
Oh, yeah, that too.
And he had just said, he's like, the only way I'm backing out is if God makes me. And then he got COVID. I don't know if it was like, yo, like I hear you, dog. Like I'll
I
drop
was
out.
like, okay.
Yeah,
Just
but
right.
in reality, we know that Nancy Pelosi was behind the scenes, was like calling every person she's ever met to be like, please pressure Biden to get the fuck out. And you know,
They were gonna say Nancy Pelosi was back there cuffing on Biden.
yeah, probably licking doorknobs and everything, and just hoping to God he got sick. Yeah, so thank God. Like immediately after, like immediately after she, so after Trump got shot, they raised $140 million.
Oh, I saw something like that.
Which,
yeah.
whenever you heard that, you're like, oh my God, he raised a lot of money. But Kamala, after just announcing,
Oh yeah. Oh, that's what I thought.
$300 million, and a lot of it came from Crowd Blue or something like that, like the app, and a lot of it's first time donors, like maxing out. Like everybody's like, she needs money to win. We need to freaking like activate, and they did, and like thank God. Yeah. Now I think the new polls came out. She's ahead already.
Yeah, I think she's doing okay. I guess we'll see. When is the next debate? There has to be, right?
So they're gonna have one. I think they were supposed to have it on September 10th, but Trump is like backed out, and then he's like, I don't have to because I'm should like. So he shifted from his talking point being like, Biden's so old, he shouldn't even be running, to now being like, they overthrew Biden. The people voted for Biden because of the primaries. He's like, they literally just did like a 180.
Yeah.
All right. And so what Kamala did, like, so what happened was amazing. All right, look, for those of you who don't pay attention to the news cycle, it went from Trump, oh my God, the poor baby got shot, to oh my God, Biden dropped out. Oh my God, Kamala was elected. Then like she announces her VP, and next is gonna be the DNC. Like they spread it out so perfect that they've been dominating the news cycle, which is good for them because that's good, like free publicity. Right, and she just announced her new VP pick, and it's this guy from Minnesota. He's a vet.
Was it Minnesota?
Yeah.
No, I think it's the other M state. The other M state.
Where's the Mall of America
at? I forgot the guy's name.
Tim Walz. Yeah.
Tim Walz.
Yeah. Minnesota.
Oh yeah, you said Minnesota. Yeah, Minnesota. My bad. That's my fault.
He teacher, ex vet. Like not
veterinarian,
not veterinarian, veteran.
I was gonna say Team Bundy too earlier. So.
Yeah, he's a vet, and he's really famous because he got public schools like free breakfast and lunch, you know, and like and got raises for his state. So like he honestly, I didn't think he was gonna win. Like I remember you asked me like what I thought was gonna be the choice. Mm-hmm. There's like an astronaut from Arizona that I thought was gonna do it.
Oh yeah,
and then there was this new guy. His last name was Shapiro, and like news came out that he like helped like some killer get off. So because he was rich,
and his last name would
and people were like they hate Ben Shapiro.
They would confuse a bunch of people.
Yeah, so thank God she went with the like this old charismatic dude. And apparently he's the same age as her. Like Kamala just looks young as hell. She's 59.
I didn't think she was that old.
Yeah,
I thought she would be like mid to late 40s.
Yeah, so I went from feeling nothing but anguish and despair to being like
to a happy man. And
definitely, dude. Like it's like we did like a 180. We were all like from losing to now they're on the defense. Yeah, and it helps that Trump picked like the worst possible running mate ever.
He has the best acronym for a name though.
With JD Vance,
like me, JDV.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
He said, I'm so sorry.
Online, he's known because he Googled women and dolphin, and whenever the video came out of the dolphin humping the woman, he's all like, the internet's so gross, but the letters are highlighted, so everyone's like, dude, you looked that up. And then I think because like he had written a book that he really went famous for it called Hillbilly Elegy. And like people have just found like a bunch of interviews and a bunch of information about him where like it I don't know if it was because like he was young and like young people rub themselves against their couch like when they're little, and people were all like, dude, he fucked his couch. So today Tim Walz made like a couch joke. Like he's like, he has to get off his couch. He's like, I don't know if he wants to get off of his couch or something to debate me.
Okay.
And he's like, y'all see what I did there? And I'm like, oh my God. So look, I hope everything goes well for them. Trump didn't die. So next slide.
Yeah.
Where
are we at?
Right there.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah. We're in Canva.
Oh my God, dude, shit's about to hit the fan. Okay.
That fan's off. It's okay.
So after he dropped out, we had the Olympics, and I feel we're back to like 1980. Okay.
1980.
So it's the Satanic Panic's back. The Olympics had a metal band called Gojira opening up for the ceremony.
Like Godzilla.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, but like French, so it's
Gojira.
Gojira. Yeah, and they did like this really cool presentation with Marie Antoinette like holding her head and like singing lyrics and like moving around, and people were like, "Oh my God, they're fucking satanic! How dare they?" You know. So go to the folder for the Olympic folder, and you'll see. I just remember we had to look at the folder first. Yeah.
This one?
You just start off with the first one, I guess. Yeah, so it's like the first three. Yeah. So immediately after it starts, we started seeing posts like these. You want to read it for us, Danny?
Do you remember Bud Light? Do you remember Target? If you do not boycott the Olympics, they will continue to push this, including our children. The Olympics boycott is on. Tell everyone. And then they have like the Olympic symbol with 3 6s.
Yeah.
Why didn't they put the other 2 as 6s?
Because the 66 is the number of the beast.
Make 5 of them. Make it even worse.
So this, if you think about it, it's actually like 66,600.
Yeah.
Yeah. But like, click the next image. So that's the Marie Antoinette. Yeah. I think they beheaded her because she was like a rich, like awful person back in the day. Yeah. So that was what they were calling satanic in the band. And then click the next one. And then this was like the big one. I saw that. I was like, that looks kind of. I like the art. I think it's so well done. I don't think it's AI. I think somebody did this. So
it doesn't look AI.
Yeah. So I was all like, yo, you know what? Like, y'all kind of making it seem really fucking punk. And
wait,
I like
why don't you think it's AI? Like, what makes you? I'm more curious about
because
what about it that you look at it makes you go.
I've seen enough of illustration arts like this to know. Because like if you look at the hair, like if you zoom in on the demon on the left.
Wait, this one?
Yeah, the top one. Yeah. Like if you follow the strokes, even like across everything, it looks like genuinely well done.
You could also say the hands are fine.
Yeah, and the hands are fine too.
I was gonna say the
and
white.
Just the composition too.
I was gonna say the white. I don't think AI is very good at leaving a blank spot.
Oh, yeah.
Usually wants to fill everything.
Yeah, and everything just seems very symmetrical, like unlike something you would see like the AI make.
Now, is this the Eiffel Tower or is that the one from China?
It actually looks more like the China one because the China one has like buildings diagonally behind it, right? Yeah. Wow, I didn't even think about that. Good. All right, let's go back. Let's find out why the
FBI work.
Yeah, why the Olympics are satanic. All right, so let's just look at this image at the bottom, Danny. The one on the left is what people were sharing. Okay. So they depicted like a group of drag queens like lined up like at a table. Okay. And immediately it like freaking like wildfire. It spread across the nation. Like I had aunts like sharing this, saying this is blasphemy. And I just kept getting angrier and angrier every
But you were
post.
Happy because you know
every post I saw. Wait. So the problem is somebody nefariously shared this and said it was the Last Supper.
Right.
And people, instead of doing their research, they just went off of it because like Joe Rogan's famous word, why did it lie? Whenever he was fact checked in real time. Okay. Because right in front of them, there was this big blue motherfucker, like, and it's supposed to be the like it's a meeting of the gods called the Feast of the Gods, and it had nothing to do with Christianity, okay, but that did not stop them from waging a war against the Olympics, okay. So here we want to read this real quick.
A scene in the Paris 2024 Olympics opening ceremony sparked controversy when some viewers perceived it as a disrespectful reinterpretation of Leonardo da Vinci's The Last Supper. Organizers, however, maintained that the scene was intended to depict the Feast of the Gods, a mythological gathering. While they apologized for any offense caused, the incident ignited a debate about artistic expression, religious sensitivity, and the role of the Olympics in fostering unity.
Yeah. So the whole point is to be like, look at all these different gods coming together, because if y'all don't know, like the Olympics are based off of Greek mythology. It's like Hercules, like accomplishing like these amazing feats, right?
Feats.
Yeah, to prove that he's worthy of being God, like a god amongst men, and that's basically what the Olympics are.
Wasn't he a demigod?
Yeah. Well, technically he was, but he wanted to like he couldn't ascend to Olympus because he was half human, so he wanted to be like a full god.
Right.
Okay. So like, look, if you go to the next slide, like here we have like the image. Okay, I had to censor out the boobs.
He had to censor out the boobs.
Yeah. So you see, you have Poseidon on the right, you have Hermes, you have like fawns in the front. Yeah, and it's just like, look, look, I get it, but if you're painting a table setting, that's the only way you're gonna paint it. Like it's normally people don't paint backs. Right here, the fawn in the front, it's kind of weird that he's facing that way. You know, I'm being completely honest. But in reality, you're not. That's the only way to paint it.
To show the feet.
Oh, maybe.
How do you show it's a fawn if you're not showing the feet?
Well, I meant like maybe just so he doesn't have to draw like a dick, like if you're facing the other way.
Oh,
you know?
I thought you meant like behind the behind the table.
Yeah. So all right, let's see. Let's go to the next one. And look, I made a chart to explain to everybody why it's not offensive. Okay. So 1, we have Hercules. 2, Greek origins. 3, it's the Olympics. Olympics go Greek gods. And bam, we have our opening ceremony. All right. Nothing to do with Christianity. All right. But that did not stop them from sending death threats to the organizers. That did not stop them from waging like, oh, it's time to boycott the thing. Did not stop them from sharing tons and tons of misinformation on Facebook. All right. And every time like I would have a debate with somebody, or you would see like literally like people having debates on Facebook and stuff, they don't care. They absolutely don't care. They're like, I interpret it this way, so you have to respect my opinion. And that is like something, I got in an argument with a family member like that, because it was like, look, I have my opinion and I can be offended if I want to. But we live in a world where fucking facts matter. All right? Things aren't like literally like take the blinders off and realize that the world isn't surrounding us. Like it's so absurd that even after you're presented with the evidence, like right here, I have the quote of the organizer. It says, "My wish isn't to subvert nor to mock, to mock or to shock." Oh, thank you. His last name is Jolly. He says, Jolly said, "Most of all, I wanted to send a message of love, a message of inclusion, and not at all to divide." Okay, so whenever you see something that offends you, instead of immediately rushing to be like, this is why they offended me, go find out what the organization was meaning, instead of waging this whole fucking like hatred campaign against these people. It makes no sense. Like you can't even watch the video on YouTube anymore because of the backlash. All right, you were presented with other religions. Like the world doesn't revolve around you. It's so insane. And like I'm telling you, Danny, like a freaking ticking time. I'm like every fucking time I read another comment, I was so angry. I was seething. I was like,
just remember the VP pick. That's
that
it.
That didn't happen till after. Nothing good came that week. That whole week, like our next story, this whole week is filled with nothing but hatred towards like minorities. Like it is so freaking ridiculous, and it's all because you guys are like following like stuff that isn't real.
To calm you down, I brought you an actual real stout.
Oh, thank you. Hopefully it tastes better than you. Yeah. Let's go. Oh, it's Tasty AF. I've had Tasty AF.
Oh, you've had it?
Yeah. But I haven't had the nitro one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I figure I would start you with the fake one.
Yeah.
And then I will bring you the Tasty AF.
This one's the one that tastes like Cocoa Pebbles.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. Like
so you've tried it? Or
I've tried Tasty AF. I have never tried the nitro one. This is the nitro one. Yeah, because it's a milk stout with peanut butter and chocolate.
Oh, yeah, you can smell it.
Yeah.
Whoa.
The nitrous feel makes it feel more like it captures more of the taste buds.
You can taste the chocolate.
Yeah, I'm telling you, it's freaking. I like this one the first time I had it.
There's a candy I've had.
I think it tastes like Cocoa Pebbles, like the cereal, like the chocolate one.
It might be.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, maybe. But
I don't think I've ever had Cocoa Pebbles. I had the other one.
That's the best cereal.
I've had the
Fruity Pebbles.
The elephant one. The Mexican one.
Oh,
I don't know if it's Mexican. Choco Crispies.
No,
Choco Crispies.
Is it Choco Crispies?
It's a brown elephant.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
I always imagine it's the same thing, just different
brand
logo.
Yeah.
But, anyway.
Yeah. So continuing. Yeah. So with this, I don't know if you have any opinions on that one.
I mean, I think it's somewhat of a mistake, anyways, because I feel like there's a lot of tension culturally right now.
Yeah, I think it was intentional. Like, obviously, like I think like people...
Like, they obviously overreacted, I think. and the whole death threats and all of that, like, that's, I would say, if you send a death threat, that's already an anti-Christian act that you're doing. Like, it's not a Christian-like act to do that.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Like, there's a part of me that thinks that how is it that no one on the board that reviews the opening ceremony didn't think, some people are going to associate it to that. How about we just kind of like change the angle a little bit? How about...
But the thing was, it's because somebody, whenever they zoomed in on the people, they clipped that part. Like, the bottom part's the whole thing. Like, the thing is, they actively chose to only feature them.
Right. And it's and I saw the next slide. It's kind of what happened with the girl at the Boxer. Same thing. All the news outlets that, or at least the ones that first reported it, they picked the right words to try to make it look like a gender issue, to get everybody online fighting about it until half the day passed, and then they went and you...
Wait, don't ruin the next story.
I know, but what I'm just trying to go with this is that I think that because there is so much cultural tension regarding...
click skip
and
money.
Misinformation and everything, and it's the Olympics, I think that you have to be a little bit smarter about what you show and how it can be perceived, just so that you can actually deliver what you intend to deliver. And it's more of a cautionary act rather than you're not allowed to be on the show. It's more like, okay, maybe view it from the front angle, and maybe don't put the one with the circle in the center, because that's usually a thing that they put a lot of in Jesus' back.
They do that with all the gods.
They do, but nobody believes in those gods, so you don't really like hurt anybody if you make, like, they have a smite.
Yeah.
All right. I don't. There's no Greeks going like, you have Zeus in a video game.
Yeah.
But then they added. There was another game.
Everybody's like, hell yeah, Zeus is there.
Yeah. But then there's another video game which was like a Mortal Kombat style, like a 2D fighter.
Yeah.
And they put Jesus in it, and people are like, what the fuck? And the thing is like, well, yeah, because you cannot offend anybody.
Yeah.
If you picked Zeus or whoever you mock, but
I think it also has a lot to do that those gods were actually like battle tested already. Like,
well, you haven't seen that game I told you about.
Yeah,
Jesus was dope.
Okay, look,
he beat everybody.
I think you're correct on that aspect, but look, here's the thing that bothers me the most. I think I mentioned it last time when we were talking about debates and how they frame questions. We're capitulating to other people.
Pull out the thesaurus.
We are letting them frame the discussions. Okay. We, instead of being like, hey, you guys, being on the defensive, somebody should have came out immediately and been all like, hey, you guys, please don't be offended. It has nothing to do with Christianity. Olympics, Olympa, Mount Olympus, Hercules, Greek gods. It is the gods. It's the gathering of the gods. If somebody with balls came out and just put it down like that, I'll be like, if anybody is posting misinformation, send them this clip.
But I also,
just somebody like literally just like to get it. Right. Same thing with like the next one. Like I'm telling you, immediately if somebody would have just came out, but they wait for freaking hours. They waited for a long ass time. You have to have somebody ready to go and to combat the misinformation.
But there's a problem with that, and I think the problem with that is that it assumes that the people that will hear your message will believe you. And that they won't think you're just saying that just to be covering your official statement.
See, because look, I had the argument, and I was all like, it wasn't the Last Supper. And then they're all like, then why did they have 12 or how many disciples there were? And I was all like, what? Are you kidding me? And then I counted them in front, and I was like, it's like 20 of them.
They had 15, I think.
It's like, no, I think I counted like 18 in the background.
I remember a post that said they were 15, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm like, it literally, like, immediately after they're like, oh, I was like, at that point, just being like, oh, well, I guess I mixed up. No, you have to respect my opinion.
Yeah.
No,
you don't have to. But I think just going back to that thing I said earlier, I think that if you have, again, given how much tension there is surrounding religion and non-religious people and all of that, I think there is, the smart thing to do is, if you know that you have to make a statement to say, by the way, just everybody knows this is not connected to that.
No, I don't think they should have been like actively like thinking that was going to happen, because look, this framing comes from the United States alone. Okay, this isn't happening anywhere else. This is just because we're throwing a temper tantrum.
How do you know it's not happening anybody else? I mean, in other countries.
Because
I've seen people from Mexico post that, but that's really like right across
that's
the
adjacent
border
from us.
So I don't know.
Well, because we're like literally like the biggest social media things brand like we're like the actively like with everything going on in the world. Like I think.
Well, are you counting like official news outlets, or are you just or are you referring to like just online activity like Facebook, like you say, on?
Well, both.
Both.
Yeah, both. I think everybody like even whenever they were trying to like be measured with the response on the reporting, the majority of the outlets reporting on stuff were like little tiny tabloids.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't like anything like big or real,
Right.
like in reality. But look, it does it doesn't matter. We have more to get to.
I bet. What's the next one? Is that not Olympic stuff or what?
We're still on the Olympics.
Oh my
As I was
goodness.
telling you, like the whole week was filled with just bullshit, bad shit, crazy, right? And it mostly came from like people I know. Okay, so immediately after this drama we had like our very next drama. It was like whenever you're like, oh, Mr. President, a second plane hit the tower, like a second scandal hit the Olympics. Okay, we had this boxing match between two ladies. One was Imane Khelif, and she was fighting against Angela Carini. Okay, it was Italy versus Algeria. Okay, so what happened was they square up.
They squared up.
The woman from Algeria, Almani, hit her once. Like she started crying. She's like knelt down, and then the girl like Carini. Then she got back up, hit her again, out. All right, 46 seconds. That's all it took. All right. Then afterwards, they were interviewed her because she was crying, and she's like, "I had never been punched so hard before," and just because this poor woman looks like really brolic, she looks she looks very, very like has very masculine features. Okay, immediately everybody started saying that she's a woman. That she's a man. That she's a man. That it's a trans man. And here we go. The transvestigators showed up. All right. They started like digging through stuff, and turns out that a couple years ago she was banned from a fighting event that was being like basically the organization that deemed that she failed a
testosterone test.
It was basically they were saying it was a sexuality thing. Like she failed like a sex test, like to determine whether she was male or female, right? But the problem is that company used to be in charge of running everything genetic-wise with the Olympics until they were debunked. It was from Russia. It was like one of their person's lots, so all of a sudden they accused her of it. So it's not even from a reputable source, okay? So the Olympics, like they happen every 4 years. Like, surprise, you guys. Guess who fought 4 years ago?
The Russian lady, no. Imane Khelif.
Imane Khelif. She fought before. Y'all just didn't care because y'all hate fucking trans people. That's it. That's the only reason that literally everybody would not shut the fuck up about it. Look, it was a defunct organization. If she gets tested again, then we'll find out. Okay? But look, regardless of that, let's go based off what we do know. Okay? She was accused of having like it's called like DG something or D, and it basically she creates extra, like if we're going based off the reporting, she creates more testosterone than the average woman. Okay, if you open up our folder once again, sorry about that, Danny.
No, you
look at the next one, two, one more. Okay, so leave that one right there. Look, she is being accused of having an XY chromosome, which is like whenever that's a male, right? XY.
That's a male.
Okay. But the thing is, she has women genitalia and she has ovaries and she can give birth. Okay.
But she has an XY chromosome?
No, this is based off of the Russian report.
No, that's what I'm saying. Because
it hasn't been confirmed. Like in reality, we don't have real reputable evidence. Yep. We have a company that was fired for not being reputable. Right. Okay. So, and they accused her after she be like a white person, right? And this happens every time. When the Venus sisters were coming up, they were accused of being with men all the time. Because how can a person of color be the white person? It was always a freaking racist attack. Every time a person of color defeats a white person, it's happened numerous times, they get accused of being men. Okay? But back in the day, the trans panic wasn't as big as it is today. Now we have actual people being like, we have the idiot Matt Walsh from what's Ben Shapiro's company?
The Daily Wire.
Daily Wire. Put out a whole video being like, what's a woman? And basically his summary was all like, if you can't give birth, you're not a woman. All right, what about all the women who can't give birth? Like this literally like this particular person throws a whole wrench in their brain and they can't accept it. All right, they're all like XY chromosome means male, okay, but she can give birth. All right, so intersex people exist, okay, but we're not going based off of that because the organization, we don't have actual evidence. Nobody's actually tested her. All we know is she's from Algeria, a country that hates gay people. They imprison you if there's no resources to even transition. Okay, they brought her forward so she's representing that country. Okay, not only that, on her birth certificate she says that she's a female. They also I said the passport thing, right?
The password?
Her passport says that she's female.
Yeah.
Okay. They have no way of transitioning over there. So there is so much to outweigh it. Okay. She says she's a female. And the only person saying that she's not is people on the internet. And a defunct thing says she had extra testosterone. Right? So all the evidence points to that she's a woman. Okay. But look, here's the thing. If she does have the XY chromosome that lets her produce more testosterone than others. Like, newsflash, people, there's people who are like 4 playing against basketball players that are like 7 feet tall. Genetics are always going to be different. That's the whole point of the Olympics. You're supposed to prove that you're better than everybody despite like the circumstances you're given. All right, let's go to the image I showed you. All right.
On the Canva?
No, the other one. Like,
oh yeah.
Okay, so here we had Caroline. She's all like, all right. So Michael Phelps for the longest time was called the freak of nature. Okay, he broke this year they broke all his records, but at the time he broke all the records that were like put before him, and he had so many gold medals, and nobody was like he's genetically superior than every other swimmer ever. So look, Michael Phelps is literally referred to as a freak of nature because of his disproportionate wingspan, double jointed ankles, lung capacity twice of an average human, body produces half the lactate acid of a typical athlete, and he is rightly celebrated for being the greatest male swimmer in history. Meanwhile, female athletes with genetic differences are legally discriminated against and harassed to no end. This is not about protecting women in sport. It's about protecting a very specific idea of what a woman is. Okay? And to that, it's just like, it's undeniable. Like, dude, she fits every criteria that every person who's complaining that she's a man has set before them. Because immediately after this happened, Fox News had so many fucking people being all like, it's so unfair that they put a man versus a woman. Every single winger went on a freaking tirade. And like the reason they're important is because they have platforms. So that's why we're saying right wingers, okay? Because obviously, like, there's average people who didn't like the fact that they thought that a male hit a woman, right. Okay? Or one of the biggest ones of those is if you go back one, we had the fucking idiot monster Logan Paul. Okay,
this is not the GOAT Jake Paul.
Not the GOAT. He also did it. Like, he's also a piece of shit. Okay, this piece of shit filmed. He went to the Japanese suicide forest, filmed a dead body, and mocked it. Okay, he right now is being sued for crypto scams. He literally took all the life savings of hundreds of his fans. This motherfucker comes onto Twitter and says, this is the purest form of evil unfolding before your eyes. And it wasn't him filming somebody in the suicide forest. It wasn't him stealing his fans' money. All right? It says, a man was allowed to beat up a woman on the global stage, crushing her life dreams of fighting for her deceased father. Okay? So what about her? They stole her fucking moment, her day. It was literally, she won in like 40 something seconds. Who knows if that's a record, because nobody was praising her for her hard work, for how much like time. Literally, she comes from a freaking third world country. Like, I don't know where Algeria is at. Right?
I was looking up earlier. It's right next to Morocco.
Where is Morocco's nice.
Yeah, but Morocco, dude, they were spanking on the soccer.
Yeah,
we'll get to that in a little bit.
Yeah, point being, like, she comes from a very, very, very like conservative place that treats women differently. All right, she is an Olympic athlete. She's at the top of her fucking game. Okay.
I saw a thing that I think her dad didn't want to let her fight.
Oh, really?
And that she still would travel to join the boxing something, and well.
See, she has a sob story too.
Sob
It's
story.
just plain and simple. Like that's what it is.
Sob story.
Okay, so then after the internet finally, like hours later, came to the right conclusion that she is a female, he came back.
Logan Paul.
Logan Paul came back. Go to the left.
Oh, left.
Look at this motherfucker. Oopsies. This piece of shit literally typed out oopsies. Like, are you fucking kidding me? You called her the most evil thing. Probably had like death threats sent to her. You have a big fucking fan base. It's not like I might be guilty of spreading misinformation along with the entirety of this app. Like, not even any accountability. Like, he's throwing it towards X. Like, it's fucking insane.
Don't you insult Elon Musk.
It goes, look, here goes. It goes, although she's been previously disqualified for failing the gender test and has XY chromosomes, some sources say Imane Khelif was born a biological woman. I was like, no, like one source says that she failed. All the other sources are finally fact checking and claiming that she's properly a woman. Okay, I stand by my statement that biological men should not compete against biological women in sports, which doesn't fucking matter because that's not what happened here. We had one of the worst fucking person who has a giant platform go out there and spew this fucking bigotry versus this woman who literally did nothing but accomplish every Olympic person's dream. And then like he came back to the WWE or whatever the fuck he's on, and he lost his championship. So I was like, Logan Paul. So I was like, look, fuck him.
And I mean,
a piece of shit.
Like, I remember I was at work.
Yeah.
And I have my browser set up to show the news. So for like half of the day, every time I opened the browser, that was the story. And every single story, the title was
"Man beats up woman."
Well, that's actually the problem that I see. That the wording on those articles it was never like they weren't technically wrong. Like, a woman, a boxer that failed gender test beats up a woman. But
those probably like actual reputable places that don't want to get sued. Like a bunch of tabloids which were going crazy on Facebook and like Twitter, they all said man versus woman.
Well, yeah. But what I'm saying, but that's what I'm trying to say is like the news outlets that reported this. To me, when I look at the wording, I'm like, why did you pick that wording? To me, it's very weird that you picked that wording. Well, I think there is an accountability that they should be held to.
Dude, she should fucking sue everybody.
Because I don't think they were just oblivious about who she was. They were like, no, we have to word it like this because then nobody gives a shit and they're not going to click on it. Yeah. And that's how it was for, I don't know how many. It's not like I sat down and studied it. Yeah. But the point is that, yes, you have all the people that want to be the first. Like Logan Paul wants to be the first, and a bunch of people on my friends on Facebook also put one thing, and once everything came out, they said, kind of something similar. Yeah. Now, obviously, they're not Logan Paul famous, but my point is that as bad as it is to just spew the first thing you hear and repeat it, as bad as that is, I think that the news sources that were reporting it specifically with those words, they knew what they were doing, and they wanted to just get the clicks, get the ad revenue, and just do that. Yeah. And then nobody talks about those.
Then go, oopsies.
But nobody talks about those really that much.
Yeah, it's just like there's tons of like bad shit articles coming out every single day. Like it's obviously just to farm clicks. I get that. But dude, like this motherfucker has a massive platform, and like there was tons and tons and tons. Dude, fucking Ben Shapiro. I think Jordan Peterson also did it too. Like everybody, like dude, nobody did their due diligence. Nobody cares that this is gonna send endless amount of hate towards this woman. All right, what if she goes home back to Algeria and now all of a sudden they're like, oh, she's a trans man, get her. And the thing is, like, no one ever stops to think about this. And, like, that's an actual human being. Like, there was this girl who plays rugby, like, here in the United States. She made a video, like, crying because everybody keeps calling her a man. Right? Just because she looks brolic. Look, it's to the point where that, like, these idiots who have fucking trans on the brain, there's 1% of like less than 1% of this country. That's the thing that I keep like pushing every single time I talk to somebody. They make up less than 1%. They can't move an election. They are like statistically like insignificant to anything that affects your life. Okay, they just want to live in peace, and they just want to be like, yo, why does Fox News not shut the fuck up about them? Dude, does their side not offer policies that make your life better, so they have to give you someone they hate? Look, it doesn't hurt you to be a good person. Like these poor women, all right? It's to the point that you're affecting like not to say like normal, but like cisgender women. All right? We're accusing like random women of being trans. Why? The fucking dude, that's what I'm telling you. Like I was so fucking ready to pop. I was so angry, and we didn't have a podcast for me to vent at. I was like seeing all these fucking idiots post about it back to back to back just drove me so insane. And then I saw people on Facebook, they posted, and then later in the comments, thank God they're all like, I read it, I was wrong, which is good. That's like the best thing we could hope for. But the initial hate that comes out of it, the people who saw the first post and didn't see the apology, Logan Paul said oopsies and didn't delete his first tweet. What kind of oopsies? Clearly you don't give a shit. If you cared, you would have deleted your previous post. But no, like, that's fucking evil. You're sending all this hate towards a tiny community that just wants to fucking live in peace. Next slide.
It's still Olympics?
I think that's probably it. Oh, her next fight. This fucking evil piece of shit posted this.
Who'd that?
The next girl she fought.
No, but like who posted this?
The fighter, Luke.
Oh, the actual fighter.
Yeah,
posted
the next person she had to fight.
Didn't she beat her?
Imane kicked her ass.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. She beat her.
Yeah, but this was the day before, like the day before their fight. Imagine you, after receiving so much fucking hate, your opponent posts that the very next day, that she's gonna fight a demon. It's fucking gross. It's so fucking gross. I don't know where they're at the fights anymore, because like honestly,
I think she's in the finals.
She's in the finals.
I think so.
Is she fighting against the Asian one?
Yeah.
The actual trans woman?
I don't know if it's a trans woman, but
so there is a trans athlete from Taiwan, but it's a female to male fighting in boxing.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's a trans male fighting other men. And they don't care because that conversation doesn't move the needle for them, because they think she's going to lose or he's going to lose. Yeah. So obviously they don't bring him up because it doesn't help their narrative.
Yeah, but I think she's in the final.
I hope she wins.
Imane, how do you pronounce it?
Imane
Khelif.
Khelif, yeah.
That's on the other post. But I was going to ask, before we end the Olympic stuff, or was there more Olympic stuff?
No, I think that's it.
So my friend V messaged me because he started watching the soccer Olympics. Yeah. And he said, oh, I'm starting to find an attraction for soccer. Like I'm finding it interesting.
Watching women's soccer?
He was. Funny enough, he was.
I thought that was a joke.
No, he was. But I don't know if he's watching the male one, but when he messaged me, he said he was watching the female soccer. And then I said, oh, that's cool. Why am I not watching the soccer Olympics this 2024
Because everything
Olympics?
happens at night, right?
No, because Mexico didn't qualify for it. We were not. We were doing so bad.
Like, how can you hate from outside of the club?
Yeah, I was like, how do I even? Why is it not marketed or anywhere? I was like, yeah, because we didn't make it.
Yeah.
That was so sad to see that.
You weren't invited.
Yeah, pretty much. I was not invited to the Olympics. That's the crime right there. Yeah. But so it was kind of sad. I remember that the last Olympics I won. It was in Qatar.
Yeah.
So I had to wake up really early to watch the soccer game, to watch Mexico. And I remember that day, I said, you know what? I'm going to pull an all-nighter. I'm going to work, because I was in college still. I'm going to work on my project, and I'm just going to stay up to like, I forgot at what time the game was. It was like I thought it was like at 3 in the morning. So I'm just going to work till 3 in the morning.
Jeez.
Watch the game from 3 to 5, and then go to sleep.
Then see the sunrise.
Right. Well, 3 a.m. gets there. I pull up the game. The fucking game was at the very end. The game was at 1 in the morning. I don't know. I saw the wrong time, and I was like, you gotta be freaking kidding me. So I missed the game, but I did get some work done. So
yeah. Well,
Do you have anything else on your
it's just the very last slide, but
canvas slice? Oh, no más.
Yeah.
Slide.
Yeah, we just got. We'll go back.
Oh, that's not it. That's not it. That's not it.
That's it. That's our last one.
Oh well, yeah. No, I think she is in the finals. Let's see.
Yeah.
Hold on. Let's just look it up for this episode. I mean, they already know who the winner is.
Don't know.
Olympics. Finals. Was it boxing?
Yeah, it was boxing.
Schedule and results.
Oh, because there's different
there's
weight
different
classes.
stuff. Wait, what's this?
Oh, so Ireland beat her, I guess. Oh no, you can't show anything of that.
No,
Like
I'm
the
not
Olympics.
showing anything.
The Olympics are really good at that.
No, this is
No,
something
that's
else.
someone else. Yeah. Just put like Imane's name.
I forgot how. And there you go. Oh, I spelled it right.
Yeah.
Everybody's like Imane Khelif version.
Versus the world.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, she's
in the final.
Yeah, 4 hours ago. Yeah, it says 5 hours ago she advances to gold. Yeah.
Who's she fighting to?
I don't know. I think they said that anybody, the last two on the semifinals, the ones who don't make it to first or second, like those two get third place automatically.
Okay.
Yeah, just so that they don't have to beat the shit out of each other for third place.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, but okay. We before we close this crazy episode, you didn't. I'm surprised you didn't put it on your PowerPoint.
What?
The shooting guy.
Oh yeah, the
guy from Turkey.
the Turkish guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just, dude, there was so much to cover, and I knew I'm like, these episodes are supposed to be shorter, but there was just so much that happened.
Well, it's because we had a.
Yeah. And normally, we always say that we don't like to get political and stuff, but it's just like there's just so much. It's real world. Like it gets to the point where
Is
like
it
world.
Is it real though?
Yeah. Is it simulation?
The world, is it real?
Yeah.
See my new hat.
Let's go ahead and then.
All right, everybody. But well, by the way, we'll be out for a while. There will be another episode next week, as far as I know. But we'll be out for a while.
Yeah. Yeah, Danny's getting married, and then like,
well, it won't be that long. I'm saying we're recording episodes in advance. So if you see us next episode with the same clothing, just know it's because I had a nice new hat. So
yeah, I just got the shirt today too.
you did? No, it looks nice. I like the stripes.
Thank you. Yeah, well, thank you for if you're still here. Like, subscribe, comment. We like y'all's opinions. So we've been the Unqualified Gurus podcast. This is the first episode back, so it feels a little weird. We've been probably in like a month. Thank you for joining us. Peace.
Out.